18 signs that food shortages will get a lot worse as we head into the second half of 2022. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So I'm going to just get straight to the point. Number one, the largest fertilizer company on the entire planet is publicly warning that severe supply disruptions could last well beyond 2022. And fertilizer, which is something that these farmers heavily depend on in order to grow crops, is short-staffed. The fertilizer is short-staffed, which you don't really need fertilizer in order to grow crops, okay? Back in the ancient world, we did not use fertilizer to grow crops. All we did was till the ground, okay? And then after 7 years, we will let the land rest. It's called the land Sabbath. When you keep the land Sabbath, you don't have to worry about fertilizer, you dipshits. But anyways, they don't keep the land Sabbath. So because their crops are not growing quick, enough, they got to use fertilizer to help their crops grow quicker. Okay? Number two, the World Fertilizer Price Index has skyrocketed to absurd heights that has never been seen before. And I'm pretty sure the prices has been risen systematically, because there's no such thing as a shortage of anything. This famine is systematically being induced. This global famine is systematically being induced on the globe. Let me remind you, it is being reported that global grain reserves have dropped to extremely low levels. Number four, due to the war, agricultural exports from Ukraine have been completely paralyzed. Number five, the out-of-stock rate for baby formula in the United States has now reached 40%. Number six, in 6 United States, the out-of-stock rate for baby formula has actually risen to 50% or greater. Searches for the phrase "how to make homemade formula for babies" on Google has spiked 120%. We are being told that this is a perfect storm as shelves become increasingly bare at food banks all around the nation. In Canada, more than 1.7 million chickens and turkeys have already been lost in recent months due to global bird flu pandemics. And that's not always the case, okay? A lot of farmers were paid to purposely kill and burn their chickens, okay? In the United States, more than 37 million chickens and turkeys have already been wiped out. 37 million, think about that, right? Due to the global bird flu pandemic, which is bullshit. Number 11, and the reason why I say it's bullshit, because a lot of these farmers were paid to kill and burn their chickens, okay? And the excuse for that is what? Oh, your chicken might have the bird flu. Nah. How the hell does a bird come down with a flu? There has to be some kind of virus that has been released in order for the chickens or turkeys to even come down with such a thing. So now we're about to start seeing a major price increase in chicken and turkey, because 37 million chickens and turkeys are being killed under the false assumption of they might have a bird flu. That's why when Yahweh shall come back, Lord's will, if we sincere brothers that follow Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Lord's will, if we be of the elect, man, we're gonna fuck you leprous cave dogs up, man. And I'm talking about you so-called elites. Okay? I can't, hey man, Hey man, that day is going to be great when we get to put you lepers, cave dogs, in chains and shackles. That day is going to be great. Verse 11. The two largest reservoirs in California, Shasta Lake and Lake Oroville, have both fallen to critically low levels. Some communities in Southern California won't be able to make it through the coming summer months without significantly cutting back on water usage. And water has been a problem in California for almost a decade now. Many of the largest lakes around the world are currently in the process of disappearing because they are rapidly drying up. And that's really the Lord doing that. Okay? And that is really the Heavenly Father doing that. Wildfires continue to absolutely devastate agricultural land all across the western half of the United States this weekend. It was New Mexico's turn to be hit the hardest. Verse 15, we are being told that steak prices in the United States will keep rising in days ahead, which I believe prices are just systematically being increased. It says, due to hail and frost, the Spanish apricot crop is going to be way below expectations. Number 17, overall Spanish fruit production is expected to drop to the lowest level in 40 years. 18, Kansas Senator Roger Marshall is openly warning that a horrifying worldwide famine is coming, which is systematically being induced by the governments around the world through the Illuminati, in which is really the Heavenly Father Yahweh and His Son Yahushua working on the left hand side. The alarm bells is ringing. Second Esdras, chapter 15, verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So famine is one of the plagues which the Lord said that He was going to bring upon the world, and we're seeing it. Okay, we're seeing it. Okay, the sword. Okay, the intercontinental nuclear destruction and destruction. And death, because death is going to take hold on this planet. Death is going to lay hold on this planet. Matthew chapter 24. Verse 7. Matthew 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So there's going to be famines in diverse places, which when you look up the word diverse means many or manifold. And we're seeing it. Famines happening in manifold places. And it's not just the United States, it's around the globe where this famine is hitting at. So this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 4, verse 16. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of the bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care. Why? Because food is going to start becoming scarce. You know, you're not going to just be pigging out on a pork dinner. You're not going to just be pigging out on a chicken dinner with some mashed potatoes. No. When you buy food, you're going to be like, okay, so there's only 6 sausages in this package, which means I'm gonna eat 1 sausage today with 1 piece of bread, and I'm gonna put just a tiny bit of mustard on it. That's how it's going to be. You might buy a box of cereal. I'm going to pour a half a bowl with just a tiny little bit of milk and just make use of what I can. You might buy a pack of bologna, you know. Okay, I'm going to eat one slice of bologna per day. So that's what it's talking about, you know. You're not going to be able to just put 2 or 3 slices of bologna on one sandwich with a piece of cheese and some mayonnaise. Okay? Even hamburger patties. You might buy a box of hamburger patties. You might buy a box of hamburger patties. A box of hamburger patties might come with 10 patties inside the box. Okay? Well, guess what? If you got a family to feed, hey man, you might cook one patty and you might chop. You might make one hamburger and then you might chop it up into 4 different pieces just so each of your kids have you know, that's how bad it's going to get. One burger sandwich. You're going to chop it up into 4 different pieces just so each of your kids can have a piece of that burger sandwich to eat. So in these last days, you Jakes out there, you're proud, you know, you walking in great pride, you're walking in iniquity, you're walking in sin. Well, guess what? Get ready, because this is going to happen to you. And they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. Yeah, you might buy a bottle of water, you know. You might take 2 sips out of your water. You might take 2 sips out of your water bottle per day. Think about that. Now this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 5, verse 16. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine. And that's what the Lord is doing right now. He is sending the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, in which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. The staff of bread is talking about the main source of where your food is coming from. Rather if it be from these farmers, rather if it be from these different food corporations, even if it comes from these grocery stores, whether if it's coming from the fertilizer or from these different food ships, which are responsible for delivering food over here to the United States. Okay, the Lord is going to break your staff of bread. And that's what's happening. These different food corporations are being burnt down. You know, these different food corporations are being burnt down. You know, certain food ships from different countries are being halted. You know, they're being stopped. Man, that hurt it. I just hit my knee on that freaking counter. You know, different food ships are being halted. They're being stopped in the middle of the seas and being returned back to their countries. Why? Why is there a shortage of fertilizer? Because there is a famine that is systematically being induced on the whole planet. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom is on to the next one. Get ready, because starvation is coming for a vast majority of you people out there.